comparing your hairstylist career with your realtor career and your OnlyFans career, would you say that the money on OnlyFans surpasses the other two, or are they pretty even?
Yeah, I mean, OnlyFans for sure does it like the best for me. Who would have thought? Just taking your clothes off and like doing what you want to do anyways, you know, versus listening to like another agent like bullshit about how it's not going to appraise out the house properly, you know, or, you know, this woman telling me about, again, that she's fucking the pool boy, you know, and driving her minivan to 8 soccer practices, like while doing her hair. Well, I'm like, I'm just not getting paid enough for this. And then literally doing something that I'm like comfortable with. I think the hardest part was like having a camera in front of you, you know, even if it's just your cell phone, and knowing that it's going to get out there. But once like you kind of accept it and just be like, I'm proud of this, and like, who says it's wrong? Like, there's nobody that can dictate like my values or change my values rather, you know what I mean? And tell me, it just, for me, it's just like, you have one life and you gotta like boss up and, you know, just own it. And I am very comfortable being naked. I embrace a woman's body. It's a beautiful thing. And, you know, I got to hook up with one on this bus. So what a win, you know?
Literally. Would you say that your OnlyFans money surpassed the other two jobs like greatly, or?
It definitely took time because it was such a new thing for me. So like, I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, people are like, oh, have you ever been like a stripper? I was like, no, I've never even been a bartender. I've never even like served tables. I worked at Subway as a sandwich artist when I was 15. like literally that's like, we would get prank calls from like Jared, you know, and that was the extent of my life. So, you know, it was like in me, but it was just like, really no one saw it, you know. And then with like modeling and South Florida, like it's kind of like you have to be half naked all the time or you're going to sweat to death anyways. So, you know, incorporate that. And then I just got this confidence and I was just like, why the fuck not, you know?
Right. So with your OnlyFans money and the money from your other jobs, what do you like to like invest in?
Crypto.
Oh, really?
All day. All day.
Do you have any favorite like?
So, I mean, XRP for me will be like, it's kind of like people are either like on board or they're not. But I've been like loyal to that since day one. That was a huge COVID thing, you know. It was like when you had all this extra time and I wasn't doing like selling houses, doing houses, and like doing hair. It was just, okay, modeling, OnlyFans happened, and crypto happened to me, and I was like, I'm going to learn everything. And I started watching all these YouTube videos and learning as much as I could, like taking notes diligently. And yeah, XRP for me is probably my top. Cardano is a big one for me. Ethereum, which they just had their merge today, so that's a big deal. You know, and I love it because it's such like a new thing. It's like finding out the wheel was invented, you know, like within the first few months of the wheel being invented. Right. You know, so it's just going to take over, and that's definitely where I want to put, you know, the majority of my OnlyFans money. That and like, you know, like Honey Burdette lingerie and stuff, you know? Of course. Like naturally.
Do you invest in real estate since you are a realtor?
So I used to invest in real estate. I owned a house in Massachusetts and I owned a house in Connecticut. I bought my first house when I was 20 from just doing hair at that point. And then when I moved down to Florida, I had just gotten divorced and I just wanted to kind of start a new life. So I didn't know anything about down here. I came down here like literally I just wanted to be drunk on the beach, so I knew no one and I needed to get acclimated with the areas. So then, you know, with the pandemic and everything, I didn't buy immediately, and I'm like, I'm okay with it, because at the same time, even though like you're investing in real estate and this is great and everything, you don't have to deal with like all the other issues that comes with owning real estate. But once it does happen, I mean, yeah, it's a game changer. I feel I get like such a high, it's like a turn on for me to like learn about the markets, you know, and like different, I'm licensed in Mass, Connecticut, and Florida. So everywhere I go, it's like, oh, we're in the Bahamas, like, let's look up the real estate here, you know? Sure. So inevitably, yes. But right now, I mean, you know, you can tell like, the population quadrupled in less than a
Right.
year down here. So
Well, I remember when we were at the Airbnb, you were looking up right away, like about the house we were at, because it was so beautiful.
yeah,
so you
literally.
definitely are like that.
Yeah, it's like I can't like turn it off. You know,
Right.
again, I'm passionate about everything I do.
Right.
Like OnlyFans, like let's do this. Like I'm all about it. Like I want like something mysterious about like people seeing you in 80 different lights, but not this light. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like so. I don't know. It's just like an intimate thing, but I feel like people connect on it in such like so many levels. Real estate, I'm like everywhere we go. Hair, I'm like, you're hot, but let me make you look hotter.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Sure. For sure. So, just a second ago, you brought up that when you moved down here, you were newly divorced. Does your ex-partner know that you have an OnlyFans?
You're welcome. That's all. I don't know, but if he does, you're welcome. Yeah.
Right. I just thought I would ask.
Yeah, because
You never know.
because sides of me on OnlyFans were nothing that he got. Oops.
Who knows if he's like the user 97204, whatever.
I would not be surprised
Yeah.
for 1 second.
For
yeah.
sure. That's hilarious.